It is homecoming week here at Menlo School as the Knights host the Half Moon Bay Cougars, and we've got it for you here on CCSA alongside Ray Calcagno. I'm Casey McGuire, and Ray, Menlo coming off of a tough loss last week, their first league game. They went up to South City, a very difficult place to play, and didn't come back with the victory. Today, they are back on friendly turf and looking to get on the board in this league action as they host the Cougars of Half Moon Bay.
Well, Casey, you're right, and one of the things with a homecoming, and I, as a former coach, it was always difficult. I wanted to make sure, because there's a lot of festivities and a lot of activities surrounded around the game, you want to make sure that you're focused, and that's important. I know that, you've got floats, you've got activities, you've got kids probably staying up a little later than normal. It's a festive mood, it's an active, and a lot of things going on. So you have to remind the team, and the players have to know, hey, it's important we focus on the game. That's the key. So I'm sure that the coaching staff, they've done it every year, has done a good job of, telling that to the players, reminding them of it, and having everything work well. So that's one of the concerns as a coach you have with homecoming. Now, having said that, they are also playing a pretty good opponent. We know from the past experiences that Half Moon Bay, the Cougars, run a run type of offense. They run sometimes they run a lot of power plays, and then sometimes at half they'll switch and run a different type. But they're kicking off right now, so Menlo's going to get the ball first, and we'll talk about their offense in a minute.
The Knights will receive. It's grabbed by Chris Reed at the 2-yard line, then he gets popped and dropped down at the 22. So the Cougars get down there quick. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Menlo Knights at the 22-yard line.
Well, this is a good defensive play by Half Moon Bay, where they go ahead and stop Menlo, with not much of a return on their kick game.
Sophomore quarterback Jack Hennigan in under center, and on first down he hands it off to Dylan Mayer, and Dylan has a nice run on first down.
Well, that's that straight ahead play, and I think we're going to see two pretty good defenses, playing again this week. There's the option.
Pitch it to Dylan, and he's got a first down to the 40. This Half Moon Bay defense is very quick. They get to the ball quickly, so it's going to be a focal point for Dylan to get moving upfield as soon as he can.
Well, as we saw in the JV game, I think that when you run the option, their defense is going to take away the quarterback. They're going to force the pitch. Here's back to Dylan with a run straight up the middle, and it closes very quickly, so little or no gain on that one.
2nd down and 9. Reed in motion to the far side. Shotgun for Hennigan. He's looking left. Now he's going to pull it down. Pressure coming, and he's going down. Half Moon Bay in there to break that up. Frank Conrad in there for the Cougars, and it's the first sack of the game of Hennigan.
Well, because these teams have played quite a bit, I think that, they're very familiar with each other, and so you're going to see some pretty good pass defense and then a good rush, and that we saw that there.
Shovel pass is picked off. Intercepted at the 30-yard line and taken into Menlo Knight territory as Neil Seaton was all over that play, and he grabbed it for the Cougars.
Well, they are aware of that play because Menlo has run it so often, and I'm sure they had what we used to call a spy, somebody sitting there waiting for that shovel pass. So here's I formation, and they'll probably be giving the ball inside on their run. Mostly they have a featured back.
And he goes right up the gun, layers the shoulder down, and runs over people. Wesley Walters, big number 13, coming through the line. A flag is down, however, so this could be a hold against Half Moon Bay near the end of that run.
So this was a power I. They'll also run what they call a scrum formation. I think we've seen that before from some other teams. And that's no splits. They're in very tight, and they have 2 wing backs. So, okay, that's okay. That
blow to the head.
Yeah, blow to the head. So that's against the defense. So they're helmet to helmet is what they're saying on the ball carrier. And you'll see this, I think, somewhere later. I don't know where, but
keep your head up, and that won't happen. I'm just saying. So it's going to be first and goal.
That was half the distance.
Handed off on 1st and goal and into the line.
So that was, a short gain there. So Menlo's got their work cut out for them. They're going to have to go ahead and try to stop them in close here.
Hand it off. Walters to the goal line, and a flag is down. He's in for a touchdown, but they're going to get a formation penalty against Half Moon Bay.
Okay, so.
Oh, yeah, he moved all. Yeah. He was
so too anxious there,
doing a little jig back there before hitting the ball.
Now, Menlo had kind of hit through in the gap area, but didn't make the play. So let's see if they can go ahead and stop him defensively here.
Give it to Walters again to the outside, switches the ball to his left hand, and sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. So just like that, Half Moon Bay on the scoreboard first.
Well, they blocked down, and nice read by the running back. He goes ahead and cuts to the outside and brings it in. So good 7-yard run by Walters. And here they're going to go ahead and probably shift. Usually you do that to see if people cover you properly, and then when they do, you shift and do your regular extra point.
Flores to kick it for Half Moon Bay. Extra point on its way. It looks good, and it is good. So Half Moon Bay early out front, 7-0. They lead Menlo after the turnover. Gave them excellent field position. A couple of nice runs by the big running back, and the Cougars are on the board first. Second return of the game for Menlo. As this time it's Chris Zeisler. We saw Chris with a couple nice returns last week against South City. He's back there again, and it'll be 1st and 10.
Well, this is a good return as well, and it looks like they have a designated area. You saw the 2 lead blockers kick out, but Half Moon Bay closes and closes quickly.
Hennigan with the option pitch to Dylan Mayer, and Dylan has room on the outside, breaks a couple arm tackles, now lowers his shoulder, got it to the 45. First down for the Knights, a 15-yard pickup for Dylan Mayer.
Well, again, this is an option, and as we saw in the JV game, it looks to me like the defense is going to go ahead and close on the quarterback, force a pitch, pitch, pitch every time you run the option. Option again. Let's see if somebody comes at Jack. They do.
Hennigan's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get strung out on that one. He's going to go out of bounds at the 46-yard line, so maybe picked up a yard, if that, probably about near where the ball was snapped. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, and Half Moon Bay did a nice job of stringing that play out. So nice. Give kudos to the defense. They did a good job.
Shotgun for Hennigan, looking deep left, now throwing deep down the middle. It's a nice looking ball, but it's over the head of the intended receiver.
Right, and now here's good pass blocking. And it looks to me like they had a 4-man rush, so that means that they have 7-man covering, and probably that's a man under, too deep. We'll see.
Reed in motion to the far side. They look that way and throw it over the middle. That's complete to Stasny to the 30. Down inside Half Moon Bay territory as Connor Stasny with a nice read on that play. And they pick up a 1st down and more.
Well, nice play because that's their hot receiver. I'm not sure he was actually down and tackled, but nice play, good read. Here's the screen.
Pass is complete to Connor Patterson, and Connor has it down to the 23.
Well, that's a quick screen, and they get blockers out in front, so it's a nice play there, and pretty good yardage on a 1st down play.
Pass to Stasny again. That one just off of his head, actually, as he got his head turned around just a little late. It's going to be 3rd down. Actually, off his hands. He did get a hand on it, but couldn't grab it.
And again, that was kind of the hot read, so the throw was right there.
3rd and 3. Option pitch it to Dylan. He loses the handle, but grabs it. Has a 1st down or near the 1st down.
Just depends on the spot here. But once again, you can see that this is the option. Somebody's going to take the quarterback, so it ends up being an end run, and now the corners and safeties can come up and collapse on the run.
It is a 1st down for the Knights. Hennigan looking right, throwing right. Has Patterson open down to the 11. So Menlo here methodically moving the ball down the field, Ray. It hasn't, other than that one big pass to Stasny, there haven't been a lot of big plays on this drive, but they've been effective so far.
Consistency, and that's what you want. You want to go ahead and get a score answer back.
Give it to Dylan up the middle. Inside the 10 he goes.
So nice play, and again, good blocking. That's just straight ahead. So they're threatening, and if they can get the ball in, they'll answer the bell.
Jack looked to try and put it right up the middle. He's going to be a little shy. I believe this Half Moon Bay defense was not fooled by that.
Right. They stunted actually into the quarterback sneak. So it's going to bring up a key play here, and they're
fourth and a yard. He's going to try and go to the outside, and again we see that team speed on defense for Half Moon Bay.
They stopped him.
And he did not get it, so they'll turn it over on downs. A drive that was looking so good stalls here at the 10.
Well, what Half Moon Bay is doing is they're stunting and moving around on the defense before the snap of the ball. So nice play. Now here you see this scrum, and this is very little space between each of the linemen, and the backs are very close, and they're going to run the ball probably inside most of the time. They're going to play action pass off of it, and they're going to run a little counter. But this is, again, the scrum offense.
Second down. Pitch it to Walters. He's fighting for yardage.
So now
still didn't go down, but it'll be third.
So this is not a surprise. Menlo knows this. They've run this. Half Moon Bay's run this in the past, but they are running it very early here, and this is kind of their power offense.
It's third and short. Pitch it again. Menlo's defense was there, but he didn't have much to get the first. Chris Zeisler with a nice tackle.
And they did make the first. So you'll even see the quarterback leading here. The fullback is very, very close, very tight. They'll give him the ball occasionally, but the pitch and the toss and the counter is what you're going to see most of the time here out of this offense.
First down for the Cougars. Give it to Walters on the handoff. And again, it's Zeisler over there making the stop.
Almost all of the plays will come inside the end. This is the counter, and Menlo does a nice job of playing that. So what you need to be, the only big plays is a missed tackle or a play action pass. So you have to watch them. You have to watch those receivers as well.
Menlo strings that one out. Nice job
nice
that
play.
time. So it'll be third down.
And this is one of the very few plays that goes outside. So this is a toss, and this play is designed to go outside. Menlo does a nice job of containing it, turning it in, and they make a very little gain out of that one. So they try it the other way.
Pitch it to Walters. He's got a lot of blockers and good speed to the outside. He's not going to get there, however. It was Connor Stasny who made that stop.
Well, they ran the pitch to the left. Now they run the pitch to the right. And as you mentioned, it's good quickness and good defense all the way around by Menlo. If Connor hadn't made that play, I think others would have been there and would not have been a first down.
Punter seemed especially deep on taking that snap. This is going to bounce and take a big Half Moon Bay roll down inside the 22. So first and 10 now for Menlo. Trailing 7-0. They got the ball all the way down to the opposing 10-yard line on their first possession before turning it over on downs. As Matt Bradley into the game at quarterback now for the Knights. Bradley rolling out near side, throwing. He's got Reed open. He is hit out of bounds at the 27.
And that's a nice play. A good pass to start Matt off with. He goes ahead and sprints to his right. Gets the ball out to Chris. Chris makes good yardage. So good confidence builder right there.
Bradley to throw. Far side this time. Incomplete behind Stasny. It'll bring up third down.
So this may have been a miscommunication by receiver. And, I think somebody turns up when the quarterback felt he was going to the outside. Nice pass
Quick
there.
pass is complete to Tommy Ford. And Tommy moves the chains. So Menlo, nice job. He ran to this point where he had the first down, and then the pass was complete. It'll be a first down for the Knights.
Matt makes a good read here, delivers the ball. Tommy catches it and makes the first down.
Receiver open on the far side of the field, looking that way. Bradley's going to run. Flag is down. Let's go from bad to worse here as it's in the area of holding, and it is a hold against the Knights.
Well, you're right, Casey. Usually when the flag comes from the back from the official, then it's usually against the offense. And somebody must have reached out. They are only rushing 4 men, 3 or 4 men. It depends on, this is a 4-man rush. It depends on their coverage, and they're usually playing man, looks like man, under 2 deep.
That's a big, big penalty there as it's 10
see
from the spot. So
all of the defensive players, none of them were set. They were moving around, shifting, trying to make it difficult for the Menlo blockers. This was an option, and, Matt decides to run inside here, so picks up a little bit of yardage. It's only 2nd down.
Pass near side, that's incomplete, intended for Max Parker. Tight coverage, maybe a little too tight on that 2nd down throw.
Well, see, they're playing man, as we mentioned, and I think you got man under 2 deep. So you're going to, the underneath guys can gamble a little bit. So we'll see if they do, but it brings up a 3rd and long.
Time winding down here. We're under 30 seconds to go in this opening quarter. 7-0 Menlo. Option for Bradley. He's going to keep it himself, and he's got room to the 50. Cuts back against the grain. Still going to the 40-yard line. Now picking up blocks downfield to the 30. A huge 3rd and long run on the option play for Matt Bradley. And Menlo is right back in business.
Well, this is a great decision. First of all, he switches from the shotgun to the under center. He then runs the option. They have a difference because of the different defense because of the yardage. They're playing pass, Menlo, Half Moon Bay is. So Menlo runs the option, and Matt does an outstanding job here, first making the 1st down and then breaking it as far as he can. So now they're threatening and coming right back here with 1st down on about the 25.
You hear the time expire in this 1st quarter. So it's 7-0 Half Moon Bay, but Menlo has moved the ball effectively on offense. They just haven't been able to get any points as of yet.
Well, that was should be a big lift, and there you see the homecoming crowd. So, that excites them, and we'll see if they can go ahead and convert here.
Reed in motion to the far side. Bradley looking that way, throwing over the middle. That's complete. Patterson to the 10, still on his feet. Touchdown Menlo. As Connor Patterson, good job that time by Bradley. He looked off that receiver down the middle of the field and then looked back, and Patterson was wide open, and he did the rest.
Well, as you said, good read here. He looks like he may be going outside. Instead, he makes the proper read, delivers the ball, and a result 25-yard touchdown. So pending the extra point, we've got a possible tie game, and
extra point is good. So Tim Costa in, as he's done all year, consistent in that kicking game for the Menlo Knights, and they have tied the game at 7 apiece.
Well, that kind of brings the crowd back, or gets them on their feet, gets them excited, and we'll see if Menlo's kick can stop Half Moon Bay, and then if the defense can go ahead and put a halt on them as well.
And they do get down there. Nice coverage. Max Parker, I believe, made that tackle.
Walters is back on the kick as well, so he's going to try to end up with the ball any which way he can.
Correction, that was number 18, Zach Chase, not number 10. So Chase down there, nice tackle. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. They'll hand it off on a quick hit up the middle.
Now they're back to their base offense, meaning, the one receiver out wide, not 3 men in the backfield, and not real tight. Play action, okay, draw.
Here's Walters, lots of room down the far side to midfield. He's a big, tough back to bring down. He's got a 1st down and much more.
Well, this is a draw play, and what the Half Moon Bay does is allow the charging lineman to go past the quarterback or past the fullback, and they give it to him on a draw, and you kind of have your linebackers and secondary deep, and your underneath run, and they did a nice job there, and he does a nice job of breaking a tackle or two here.
He does spin off of a tackle there inside the 45. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 4.
Well, we pretty much know who's going to get the football.
Definitely. And he's got a lot of talent. And he's quick and hard to bring down. Menlo comes on a blitz. They give it to Walters. Half Moon Bay picks it up. He's got a 1st down and more to the 35-yard line.
Well, the fullback in this offense is usually a blocking back. So you see the fullback come through, block, and Walters gets the ball, and he shakes off tacklers and just keeps going. He's got another first down. So now they're back to the scrum offense. They pitch it.
In a lot of room to the 20. 15 down inside the 15-yard line goes Daniel Welch. First time Daniel's carried it today, and he has a nice gain.
Well, that's the toss, and when you get a steady diet of that inside run, and now they go a little bit wider, and they make pretty good yardage here.
Same thing. Play. Give it to Welch to the 10. Stiff arm to the 5. Flag down.
23 Welsh on the carry.
So that is probably going to be against Half Moon Bay. That's my guess, but we'll wait and see. And my guess is that it's a hold of some sort, but they are moving the football, and right now that's what Menlo needs is a something to slow them down. So
pitch it to Welch again. I once, as he's still fighting down to the 10, I once heard this scrum offense sort of described as the offense you would use if you were trying to smuggle a small child down the field. As you get everybody blocking for you, it's the ultimate protection that you can get, and then you just try and find the football if you're Menlo.
Well, that's a pretty good description, Casey, and I think that they have something going here because they have been running and running and running,
Here's
and
Walters.
They're getting closer to the goal line, and Menlo needs to go ahead and put the brakes on somehow because here they have two lead blockers. You see them coming around the corner here to the right with both the guard and tackle. I would suspect an inside run play, but who knows?
Walters on the left, your running back there. They pitch it to Welsh, and he's not going to make it. So
nice good defense there.
Good job. Colin Coyne in there on the stop, along with a couple other Menlo Knights. But Nick Schultz as well, number 21, made the tackle.
But they're very, very close. So, again, maybe power fullback, maybe sneak.
Quarterback right up the middle and into the end zone for a touchdown. So Half Moon Bay said no more messing around with this pitching and misdirection. They just had the quarterback run it right up the gut and into the end zone. So Nate Seaton on the board.
Well, a nice series by Half Moon Bay. I mean, Menlo goes ahead and scores, ties the score. Half Moon Bay says, okay, we're going to come right back and match it. Now let's see if Menlo can go ahead and score again.
Extra point is on its way, and it is good. So Half Moon Bay responds quickly. They extend, or they take the lead back. It's 14-7 over Menlo.
Well, just a very nice drive. They overcame a couple of penalties, etc., and looked very efficient on that drive.
Kick taken by Chris Reed at the 10. He's got room down the near side, pushed out of bounds by his own player. And that happens quite often, actually, as the teams get strung out.
Well, Chris does a nice job here. The problem is, there's very little room on the sideline here, and unfortunately, he does get knocked out of bounds. But they get good field position, 35-yard line. That's pretty good. Menlo needs to go ahead and make a couple of first downs and come on back and score.
Bradley still in at quarterback. He's rolling to the far side. Now cuts back. He's got room to the near side. Lots of it. Flag down in the backfield. And he's going to dive down past the 40 to the 42, but a hold or a block in the back indicated against Menlo. So
once again, penalties thrown by the referee back there is usually against the offense, and probably not something good is going to come of it. About the only thing you do is against the defense would be maybe a face mask or a defensive hold. So they're going to have a long distance to go here.
Give it to Reed. Chris tries to turn the corner.
Well, that's a counter, and we've seen that be a pretty effective play in the past for Menlo, but because of the distance, I think that Half Moon Bay, the defense is backing off, giving you some yardage, but not a big play. So it's going to be a second and still a long distance.
Pumps once, now throwing over the middle. That's complete to Max Parker. Max to the 40, trying to get the first down. He's got it and more to the 40 on the opposite side before being pushed out of bounds. A big gain for Max Parker and the Menlo Knights.
Well, that was a very, very nice play because Matt is looking to his right, comes back to his left late. Max catches the ball, makes a little inside move, and then out sprints the defense. And, as you mentioned, picks up the first down. Certainly a nice long gainer here. And now Menlo's kind of back in business.
So same with the Connor Stasny long play on that first, a couple drives ago from Menlo. Weren't quite doing much, spinning their wheels, and then they got a big play, and they get one here from Parker, and now Mayer on the run.
And that's a nice play. That's about a 5-yard gain on first. They're certainly in 4-down territory.
Oh, it was grabbed by Connor Stasny, and that ball is loose. And I think Connor jumped right back on it.
Alertly.
I originally thought that the pass was going to a receiver who wasn't looking, but it was Connor Stasny who grabbed it, and it's a first down.
Very, very nice, and we see an alert play here because after Connor catches the ball and then kind of gets hit by 3 different defenders, the ball pops loose. He alertly gets up and covers the ball. So that's a first down.
Yeah, nobody knows that you fumbled it better than you, so he realized he had to find the ball. 1st and 10 for Bradley. Looking left, now pressure's coming. He's got room to the far side. Cuts back against the grain again. And after all that, he's going to pick up about 3.
Well, it's been an exciting, series. He's made things happen, that's for sure. And here he makes about 3 or 4 yard gain as well.
2nd down, Stasny in motion. Now Bradley to come up under center, but a flag.
I think too much time. Well, you don't want those. It's what was a manageable 2nd and 5. Now it's a little harder.
Parker on the far side of the field picks up about 3. It'll be 3rd and long.
Well, this is a screen pass to Parker, who makes a nice catch, and then about a 3-yard gain. So they're in field goal range, I would think, but would like to get a 6 rather than a 3.
Bradley to throw. That's incomplete.
Good tight coverage
it was
there.
Great coverage.
Yeah. So, but
there's
that's
a
okay.
flag down here, though. It's
helmet. Looks like maybe a helmet to helmet. That's at least what the Half Moon Bay.
Either that or he said he couldn't remember what he was going to do. He's going to talk to the coach. We'll see.
Well, they're picking this up because I think it's going to be either no flag or hold, but it's declined. Okay, so it's 4th down. So Menlo's got a decision to make now. 4th and 9. Do you go for the field goal? Do you try to get the first down or the touchdown? And they've decided to go for it.
So 3.5 minutes to go in this 2nd quarter. They are going for it. Bradley to throw. That's complete. Down to Stasny at the 5. And it's going to be close.
It is indeed. That's a little cross route, crossing pattern. And so you throw the ball underneath. You hope that the receiver not only catches it but makes the yardage. And Chris knows what he needs, but that defense collapses on him rather efficiently. So let's see if they met it.
They got it. So it's a big first down pickup there. 1st and goal. Bradley right up the middle. He's grabbed onto the one defensive lineman. That was Carlos Ronquillo who grabbed him and pulled him back.
But forward progress is going to put on about the 1.5.
Bradley under center. Mayer the running back. Option pitch it to Dillon. To the 2. Lowers his shoulder. He is down to the 1. No, he's in. Touchdown, Menlo.
Well,